What doth it profit a man if he gain the universe and lose his soul?
He is known to many as one of the first televangelists. His message and way of life helped shape millions of people. He died in 1979, but could the late Archbishop Fulton Sheen be a reason this Central Illinois boy is alive?
Prayer does do funny things.
Meet James Fulton Engstrom, who is almost 2.
Good job, James! Yay!
And his mother Bonnie from the Peoria area. Their story is built on their Catholic faith, and it's one that could ultimately lead Archbishop Sheen, an El Paso, Illinois native, to sainthood. September 16, 2010, James was born at home, but after not having a pulse, he was rushed to this Peoria hospital. He didn't have a pulse for 61 minutes.
It is gut-wrenching. You don't want to ever have to plan your child's funeral.
So Bonnie and her husband Travis prayed, turning to Archbishop Sheen to intercede for them, hoping for a miracle. 62 minutes after birth, they say a miracle happened.
My husband was the one who was outside the emergency room, and he came up to see me in LD and said, James is alive and he's going to be okay.
Bonnie says Jesus Christ healed her son.
And I believe that the prayers of Fulton Sheen played an integral part in what happened to my son.
In June, Archbishop Sheen was declared venerable by Pope Benedict XVI, the second step towards sainthood. If James's story is determined medically unexplainable and attributable to Sheen's intercession by the Vatican, that could lead Sheen to beatification. One more miracle could get him to sainthood.
We live in a time where faith is somewhat under fire, and he was never afraid of that. He would engage communists and non-believers with charity, but with great brilliance. And many of his central insights are just as important today as they would have been in the late 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, till he really went to the Lord.
Bishop Daniel Jenke is with the Diocese of Peoria, the diocese where Sheen started his faith-filled journey.
To have such an effective preacher and communicator and a holy man be from this local church is a source of enormous pride for us.
And who would have thought this Central Illinois family story may one day lead Sheen to sainthood?
That's a little bit surreal. It's a little surreal to think about that.
In Peoria, Andrew Hansen, ABC News Channel 20.